here with Mitch Joel from Six
What
Pixels.
is this thing?
We just got done, actually I just got done listening to Mitch give the keynote here in Kansas City. The Cerner Health Conference is actually going on right now, and Mitch was the keynote. And it was great, and we actually just had a chance to catch up. I have a couple questions I just wanted to ask him. First question that pertains to your presentation. Any thoughts in regards to the role of the corporate website?
Look, I think a lot of people think that the corporate website is dead. I don't think it's dead. I think most people need a good destination. I think the big challenge is that a lot of people want to try doing stuff like Facebook and Twitter and all that sort of thing. But if those platforms change or their community leaves and they're creating anything, text, audio, video, images, and they don't have the stuff on their site somewhere, I think to a certain degree all is lost. So my sort of general feeling is you have your home base, your corporate site, and then you use all of these platforms or outposts, as Chris Brogan calls them, to really let people play and do stuff. But they always know that there's that link back to, like, Twitter's a great example of that, where someone wants to follow me and you go to check them out, bio's really short, you're not getting much, but that link that takes me over to what they're about is critical in my decision factor as to whether or not I'm going to connect to them. So
Sure.
I think it's a big deal. There are a lot of people saying that corporate websites are dead. I don't think we're even close to that moment in time.
One thing that I like to survey people about is their favorite guilty pleasure. So mine may be visiting PerezHilton.com every once in a while. How about you? Is there a site that's a guilty pleasure for sure?
My guilty pleasure for sure is channel 23 on Sirius XM, which is Hair Nation. Because I don't have any hair, but I'm a child of hair metal, and that's my guilty pleasure.
I know that you're more of a guy who's on the ground working with clients. Obviously, you have your own agency, Twist Image. So I'm curious on what are the most common questions that clients struggle with that you get that just come up repeated over and over.
I think the major one that it's the reason we get called in is the why. Like, why should we do this, and how do we get started? It's always the same. And you know, for us, I think the reason is a lot of people who come in with the sort of how do I get started, people say, like, jump on Facebook, jump onto Twitter, or do something on YouTube. Our general philosophy is start with the why, which is the strategy. Why should you be doing any of this? How does it tie into your business? What's the ROI? And I find that once we really dive down into real business strategy, the tactical stuff, sort of like the channels you're going to use, become really, really easy. So for us, the big thing is really answering the why. When we get the why, we find everything else is smooth sailing.
Mm-hmm. What shiny object has your attention right now?
Well, no, Google Wave definitely has my attention. I haven't tried it. There's apparently 3 or 4 invitations on the way. They're backlogged, so I'm looking forward to seeing what the evolution of email is. What's actually really got my attention lately? You know, I'm still sort of watching Twitter. I don't think it's all that shiny anymore, but I think that there's just new stuff happening that's got me really, really interested. Mobile, you know, iPhone apps, really, really, still a lot of development happening there. But yeah, I think Google Wave is sort of the big thing that I'm going to be checking out. So, and also the what's called SideWiki, also the Google thing too. Mm-hmm. So those couple things I need to pay a little bit more attention to. So.
Sure. And where can people find you?
www.twistimage.com/blog.
All right, thanks, Mitch.
Thanks, man.